Okay, quick disclaimer, this video may look slightly different from the rest. This is because recently I saw a video telling me to check my recorded footage from my Elgato, basically saying the colours are sometimes washed out. Because of this, I checked my footage and lo and behold, like, some of the colours are slightly washed out. Like, blacks aren't blacks and whites aren't pure whites. Due to this, I've made a few adjustments to the colours. Hopefully it looks better. Hopefully. Anyway, let me know if you think this is better or worse. Oh, for those that are wondering what the hell I'm talking about, I've put a link to the video I'm referring to in the description. Okay, on with the murder. Oh, this is new. Just for an instant, I was somewhere else entirely. Probably should have introed before I started here. Because all I did was quick travel here. I didn't actually go down through the tree again. Which, yeah, I probably should have. Anyway, before I do this. Hey there, guys! My name is Nix, and welcome back to Virtue's Last Reward. Last time, Alice stabbed herself in the chest. This time, I think we're going to see if we can stop that? I guess? Just for an instant, I was somewhere else entirely. My mind reeled, and then, just as I begun to adjust, it was gone. As if nothing had happened. What was that? It was the same sensation I felt when I saw the vision of the bombs exploding. Had it been a premonition? This is bad. I need to find Alice now! But where could she be? Damn it, Alice, where are you? She's in the crew quarters. What about the crew quarters? I'm just gonna close my windows real quick. And we should be good now. What about the crew quarters? Yeah, that has to be it. No lying down on the job. I set off at a dead run. Never heard of a dead run before. Like as an expression. The crew quarters. The moment I entered the crew quarters hall, I made straight for the door to the number 2 room. Alice should be in here. I swallowed and threw open the door. Alice! So you were here. As I spoke, her eyes turned toward mine, but I didn't get the feeling that they were looking at me. Her skin was pale and sickly. One of her hands held the scalpel like I'd caught her in the middle of something.
What are you doing here?
It's okay. I'm just here to help you.
Help me? What do you mean?
Just let go of that scalpel.
No. I need it to get this bracelet off.
Huh?
Remember what Zero Jr. told us? The bracelet comes off when your heart stops. So I just have to...
Stop! I thought we were actually going to watch this for the moment. Before I even finished the word, I was running. I grabbed both her arms and wrenched them back, pulling the blade away from her chest. We actually get, like, cutscenes? This is cool.
Let me go! I have to do this! I can't take it anymore. This whole thing is like a nightmare I can't wake up from. The only way I'm going to get out of here is to die!
Knock it off! The grunt, I tore the scalpel from her hands. The second before I felt a burning pain in my left hand. Oh yeah, that's not good. I'd apparently cut myself getting the damn thing away from her. Very quickly, it progressed from a dull throbbing to a hot line of pain across my palm. I clenched my teeth and squeezed my hand tight. I was so focused on my pain that I barely heard Alice collapse. She didn't respond when I shook her. Hey, are you alright? Alice, say something! There was a moment of terror before I realized she was still breathing. I didn't know why, but it seemed she'd only passed out. Shit! What am I supposed to do now? Oh, man. Maybe the infirmary? It's got all those medical things. Buoyed by adrenaline, I hefted Alice's body and took off toward the infirmary. Hey guys, I found her!
Alright, please pay attention, everyone. You need to hear this. The Atom has finished scanning Alice.
What did it say?
Her results are identical to Quark's. She has also been infected with Radical 6.
Fire had called everyone back after I brought Alice to the infirmary. 7 sets of eyes widened as Luna spoke.
Oh no. No! What's going to happen to her?
Well, like I said before, there's only one way to cure Radical 6. It's a special antiviral treatment. Whether or not there's any around here, though.
No! No! Oh, Alice! I don't want you to die! Please! Please don't die! I don't want to be alone! Don't die!
Your cheery grin always unnerves me, Clover. Clover wrapped her arms around Alice's unconscious body and began to sob. None of us had the heart to pull her off, so all we could do was stand and watch uncomfortably.
Ten minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Oh yeah, fuck you, Dio.
All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Guys, I think we should get back to the warehouse.
What about Alice and Quark?
I guess we're just gonna have to leave him behind.
No! I'm not leaving!
Clover.
I'm staying here! Like heck, I'm gonna leave Alice all alone!
She's going to be fine. I gave her some Soparil. She'll just be sleeping like Quark.
I don't care! I just want to stay with her. She shouldn't have to be all by herself.
Everything's coming up Sigma, huh? What a lucky, lucky man you are. You two are gonna be playing against Clover. If she doesn't vote, then she'll default to ally. That means if she stays here, the two of you are gonna be sitting pretty. Especially you, Sigma. After all, you've got 6 BP right now.
You saying I'm gonna choose betray?
If you do, you'll get what you need to escape.
You bastard. There's no way I'd do that.
Is that so?
Yes, it is so. For one, I'm not the only one making this decision. Luna's my partner, and she'll be in the AB room with me. You really think she'd just stand by and let me do something like that? Back me up here, Luna.
Well, actually I was planning to let you make the decision.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
See? Told you. You can lie to us if you want, but you can't lie to yourself.
Shut up. What?
If I might make a suggestion, what if Sigma and Luna both remained here? Should all 3 of you abstain, then you would all be guaranteed to ally, correct?
No, we just die. Nope, doesn't work like that.
Why not?
Here, take a look at this. I pulled the scrap of paper we'd found out of my pocket.
Huh? What's this?
We found it when we went to the archives.
There wasn't anything like this in the pantry.
Nothing in the garden either.
I guess they only put one in the archives. Whatever. I'll just read it for you. Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then every bunny gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote. Get it? The whole team can't abstain.
That means either Dio or Tenmyoji's going to have to vote then. And they're playing against Alice. Oh. I guess playing against is a little generous.
So Alice is guaranteed to vote ally, which means that if Dio picks betray.
Knock it off. You trying to get back at me for what I said earlier?
Yes.
No way am I gonna choose betray. You do know her BP's at 1, right? What do you think would happen to her if I did that?
Death. In fact, that's been confirmed.
Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rules.
I wouldn't put it past you.
What?
Cool it, boys. Don't worry. I'm gonna be in that room, too. I'd planned to stay here with Quark, just to make sure he was safe. But it doesn't look like I'm gonna have that luxury. I can't trust Dio to make a decision for all 3 of us. That means we're gonna be sharing a room, bucko. I've got my eye on you. Happy now, Sigma?
Yeah, thanks. That's a relief.
Exactly.
Oh man, everybody's against me.
Gee, I wonder why.
Whatever shall I do?
That's actually slightly concerning.
Can't be too careful. I wouldn't want to see Alice killed by an unfortunate accident.
What do you mean, accident?
Oh! Tenmyoji, before we went into the CDs, you told Alice there was something you wanted to tell her. What was it?
Huh? Oh, that, well, I mean, look, it wasn't important. Just forget about it.
Where?
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Is this about her being a pharaoh? A maid of Ice 9?
Time's running out, people. Clover and I will stay here and keep an eye on Alice and Quark. Everyone else needs to go.
What?
You're staying too?
Yeah, something does happen. Clover might need a hand.
Aren't you a solo? You're playing against Kay and Quark, but with Quark out, that means Kay would get to decide this whole round.
Are you saying that you trust me?
Yes.
Even though I have 6 BP?
Yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you nuts? What happens when he gets 9 BP?
I'm not worried. Kay won't betray me.
How can you know that?
I just know, I guess.
Alternate timeline bullshit.
You just know? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Had something happened between Fi and Kay while they were out exploring?
I understand. I can hardly betray trust like that, can I? I will vote for our team.
Good. We're counting on you.
I've had enough of this bullshit.
4 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Come on! We need to hurry!
I agree.
All right, you kids. Take care of those 2, okay?
Of course.
We promise.
With that, we were off. I gave one last quick nod to Fi and Clover before heading back to the warehouse at a dead run. Again with these dead runs, I'm not sure if I like this expression or not. Well, it's time to get voting, isn't it? Everybody ready? Going to open my AB gate. Although I guess that doesn't really matter. Dio already opened one earlier.
Then only you and I remain.
Right.
Okay. Let's go. Two more AB gates slid open. We all shared one last look at each other before ducking into our retrospective rooms. Retrospective? Respective. Let's get this Ambidex game going.
2 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna pick Ally, obviously, to start. Well, at least to start with.
I mean, how are you going to vote?
No question. If Clover isn't voting, then she's defaulting to Ally. Betraying someone who isn't even playing hardly seems fair.
Of course, I think so too. I'm just glad to hear you say it.
Luna's face broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be sappy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. I grinned back at her before I knew what I was doing. For a moment, the Nanu game didn't seem so scary. Then she spoke.
Sigma, what's wrong with your hand?
Oh, this? This, nothing. Huh?
There's something white on it.
There's what? What? What the hell is this? For the first time since I found Alice in the crew quarters, I looked down at my hand. Across the palm was some sort of strange white liquid. For a moment, I thought I'd somehow touched some white paint or something similar. But the truth was far stranger. The liquid was coming from my hand. Sigma bleeds white? Are we robots? It was coming from the cut I'd given myself when I grabbed the scalpel away from Alice. But why? Where was the blood? That is blood. I felt a very odd sort of fear began to wrap its hand around my throat. Quickly, I held my palm against my chest. I shouldn't have let Luna see that.
Are you all right?
Yeah, it's nothing. Went to the pantry while I was looking for Alice. There was some milk and I spilled it. It sounded even stupider as I said it.
Really? But...
Yeah. Just shut up. It's fine, alright? I'm fine. Leave me alone. I regretted the words the moment they were out of my mouth, but something was wrong. Very wrong. My head was spinning.
Sigma...
Oh, man. I'm so sorry. Just don't worry about it, okay?
30 seconds remain until polling closes.
There was no time left. I had to vote. I turned and faced the machine. Took a few deep breaths, but the chaos in my mind refused to calm itself. Calm down. Just calm down. You need to think about the AB game right now. Just forget about your hand. Who was I kidding? There was no way I could forget about something like that.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're going good, guys. For at least to start with. If this turns into a short thing, I'll look at the bad one as well, probably.
Game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Luna and I stepped out of the AB room. I could see the others filing out of their rooms as we did.
So you chose Ally after all?
Yeah. To be honest, the AB game was the last thing on my mind. As chaotic as my thoughts were, they were all centered around one thing. The mysterious white liquid.
Do you want to go see the results?
Sure. Luna nodded and walked towards the projection, but I couldn't move. I glanced around to make sure no one was watching and opened my hand. The liquid didn't seem to have clotted or run out since it was still oozing thickly out of the slit in my hand. What in the hell is this? It couldn't be blood, could it? No. That was impossible. No matter how many white blood cells clumped together, you could never get anything that looked like that. And I'd never seen my blood do this before. In 22 years of my life, I'd seen my body bleed many times. No, same. And by same, I mean I'm 22 and I've seen many bleeds. Scraped knees as a kid, accidental nicks with a knife as an adult. But every single time I bled red like any other human being. So why was it this time it was white? What the hell is happening to me?
Hey, Sigma, what are you doing?
Bleeding white over here, Dio. It's kind of a problem.
Get the hell over here. They're gonna show the results.
Yeah, right. On my way. I did my best to compose myself and headed over to join the others.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Good. 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 Everything's fine!
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Was I paired with Tenmyoji there?
This is incredible. Look, everyone voted ally.
3 people didn't really have a choice.
You did just like you promised, Kay.
How could I choose betray after what Phi said to me?
Tenmyoji and Dio voted ally too.
I feel like that was Tenmyoji.
Of course. If we hadn't, Alice would have died.
Yeah, well, that's about it, I guess.
We should thank the both of you as well. I'm happy to see you also chose ally.
I'm bleeding from my hand, please. This is not the time.
Oh, I didn't have anything to do with it. That was all Sigma.
Then thank you very much, Sigma. Sigma? Sigma, are you alright?
Oh god, have I got Radical 6?
Come on, what's wrong? Just say something.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Looks like we all allied. That's great.
Sigma, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, you've been acting a little out of it ever since we came out of the AB rooms. What happened? You make it past at Luna and get shot down?
No, nothing like that.
Hey man, it was a joke. You remember what that is? A joke? You're in pretty bad shape, huh?
Before Dio could continue, the heavy metal rumble of doors shutting echoed through the warehouse.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the Star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
We can open the gates as many times as we want to? Then, that means...
We can play the AB game as many times as we like, right?
Well, within the time limit.
Hey, Zero Jr. said something about this, didn't he?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah, right. Sorry to be a pain, but could you all show me your bracelets? I want to see what all your colors and assignments are.
Everyone nodded and held out their arms toward him. I stared at them, terrified how to follow suit, but certain that refusing would only draw more suspicion. So I held my arm out, hand tightened into a white-knuckled fist to hide the cut. When their eyes landed on my hand, my heart skipped a beat.
so Dio and Kay are a yellow pair. Luna and I are both pairs, but our colors are different.
Right. You're a cyan, and I'm magenta.
That makes Sigma the only solo, huh? A red solo. So what are the 4 we left in the infirmary?
Luna and I are pairs, so 2 of them are our partners.
That means the other 2 are solos. Although, I guess we don't know what colors they are.
Yeah, you know, it'd be real bad if I got stuck with Quark and Alice.
They're probably green and blue.
Why's that?
Didn't you see them? There are a bunch of white doors in the Floor B warehouse. They have to be the next set of chromatic doors.
Ah, yes. Phi and I saw them as well. On our way back from the garden with the unconscious Quark. And there they were.
Yes, we know where they are. Can you hurry it up with the beeping, please?
Each one had a box just like the doors on floor A. Given that, I don't see how there can be any question. Those white doors are our next set of chromatic doors.
I think that our bracelet combinations with the pairs are cyan,
Oh shit, I didn't mean to do
magenta,
that.
and yellow.
I think the pair of our bracelets had to add up to white in order to open the second door. For some reason it let me double click through that. Don't know why.
You see?
Yeah. If we need to make white, then the other 3 colors would have to be red, green, and blue.
Right.
Good. Now that we've got that figured out, I'm heading back to the infirmary for a bit. I want to check up on Quark and Alice.
Don't we
I shall
all?
accompany you then.
Might as well go with you, I guess. No real reason to hang out here.
Well, what will you 2 do?
I need to talk to Sigma about something.
About what?
Something?
Her usual pleasant expression had been replaced with something much more sullen. She must have noticed that there was something wrong with me. That's what she wanted to talk about. I was sure of it. Okay, fine. I managed to make my voice sound almost relaxed.
Whoa, hold on. A private talk? What are you guys plotting?
We're not plotting anything. I promise. It's nothing.
Fine, whatever. See if I care.
Dio, get the fuck out of my business. Dio tossed his head with a mixture of arrogance and feigned disinterest and marched out to the yellow door. Temyoji and Kay quickly followed. It only took moments for all 3 to disappear. So, what was it you wanted to talk about? I was almost certain I knew, but there was always hope. I did my best to act as if I was genuinely confused.
Oh, I don't really like this room. Could we go somewhere else?
Okay.
Good. I found somewhere nice when I was looking for Alice earlier.
As strange as her request was, I had no reason to object. I kept my mouth shut and followed Luna as she headed off. Am I gonna get stabbed? Is Luna going to murder me? The garden.
You know this place?
Yeah, well, sort of. I came here once when I was looking for Alice.
Oh, I see.
So, what brings you here?
Isn't this nice? This is the only place in the whole facility with anything green. I feel kind of silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy.
That doesn't bode well for me, does it?
Oh, there's a bench over there. Would you like to sit down with me?
I'm not sure if you're hitting on me or actually wanting to give me a diagnosis of what the fuck is wrong with my hand. She sat down softly and gently, and I lowered myself down next to her. So, what did you want to talk to me about? Instead of answering, Luna lifted the tiny birdcage pendant she wore in the palm of her hand into the palm of her hand. She was silent for a moment, then began to talk.
Can I tell you something? This is actually a music box.
Really?
Yes.
She twisted the key on the bottom and it made an almost imperceptible winding noise. When she released it, soft, clear notes drifted out. It's a nice song. Why'd you bring that up, though?
Because I wanted you to know, I guess. I wanted you to know more about me.
Hmm?
Maybe it's because I'm so shy, but I don't really have any friends. Or even any acquaintances, really. So I've sort of always been alone. It was really hard. I felt so lonely a lot of the time. And it hurt. It felt like I was just kind of going to collapse from the inside out. That was when I got this music box. Someone very important gave it to me. They didn't say anything, but I felt like there was an unspoken message behind it. Luna, happiness is closer than you think. Do you know Maeterlinck's The Bluebird?
No. Yeah. Well, I know the gist of it. I think it starts on Christmas Eve. This brother and sister named Chal and Myrtle. Tiltil? Tiltil and Myrtle. Swedish. Scandinavian is hard. I'm gonna go with Tiltil. Tiltil and Myrtle get asked to find a bluebird by this old woman, and they travel to the dream world. Or something. Anyway, supposedly if you can catch this bird, then you can make a wish come true. So they visit all these different places, but they can't find it. Eventually, they give up and go home. But when they wake up, the bird is in a birdcage in their hut.
That's right. It's a well-known story,
I've never heard of it.
and it teaches a simple lesson.
Yeah, like you said. Happiness is closer than you think.
Right. It got me thinking. Maybe the person who gave me this music box was trying to tell me just that. I don't know if that's true. Maybe all of this is just in my head, but I really felt like that was what they'd meant. It was so kind. I kept it with me all the time, like a kind of good luck charm. But one day I realized something. There was another meaning to the bluebird.
Hmm?
In Maeterlinck's original story, it doesn't end with them waking up.
There's more?
Yes. When Tiltil and Myttil try to feed the bird, it leaves the cage and flies away. And then the story ends.
Whoa. What about the moral, then?
It changes. Now the message is that just when you think you found happiness, you'll lose it again. I thought about that for a while, but in the end, it didn't change how I felt. I don't know what they intended it to mean when they gave it to me, but I decided how I was going to look at it. It means that happiness is something you should always be looking for, and it's only when you're pursuing happiness that you're truly happy.
I feel like I'm having some really, valuable life lessons taught to me at the moment.
You know, Sigma, I think you might be Tiltil.
What?
You know, the boy who the old lady asked to find the bluebird on Christmas Eve.
What are you trying to say?
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Where did you find Alice?
What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. Where did you find Alice?
Room 2 in the crew quarters.
Where were you before that?
I was in the lounge. Hours after we'd split up to go look for Alice. At first place I went was the lounge.
So you went from the lounge to the crew quarters, where you found Alice. And then you rushed her to the infirmary, right?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me this then. How do you know about the garden? Just now you said you'd come here when you were looking for Alice.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You're mind-gamesing me.
Didn't you? That doesn't make any sense. There wouldn't have been any time for you to visit the garden while you were looking for Alice.
Have you heard of alternate timeline theory? Because Phi's really good at explaining it. You should ask her about it.
So tell me, Sigma, how do you know about this place?
Well, I didn't know what to say. I couldn't even explain it to myself. Why had I told her I knew about the garden? Why had I told her I'd been there before?
Sigma, are you a robot? Have you always been here?
What?
See, it would make so much sense if you were. That would explain why you knew about the garden
And why I'm bleeding white?
and it would explain that cut on your left hand.
Damn, so you did see it, huh?
Yes. I've been told that robots these days have what's called artificial biological tissue, or ABT, on top of a metal skeleton.
These days, we don't really have robots, Luna.
It makes them look almost exactly like a human. And ABT uses this white liquid instead of blood.
It's like Detroit Become Human. I've not played that game, so I'm just assuming. For some reason, when Luna called me a robot, it hadn't really fazed me. Maybe because it was just so out there. It didn't sound like a real possibility. It sounded more like a theory you'd get from someone in a nut house. Still, the ham was still oozing white liquid. Was I really a robot? No. That was impossible! I needed to stop doing that. Questioning myself so much I was giving me heart palpitations. Luna. Aren't you a little scared?
Scared? Why would I be scared?
Well, let's say I am a robot. That means there's a pretty good chance Zero's pulling my strings. That would make me your enemy.
Oh, I guess so. Well, even if you were, I wouldn't be scared.
Why not?
Maybe because you're a robot.
Huh?
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
One of them is something about not doing harm to any humans. I know that much.
They were a set of rules created by the science fiction author Isaac Asimov that he used in several of his stories.
Oh god, what the fuck is that thing? I didn't realize this was Five Nights at Freddy's as well. Rule 1. A robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm. Rule 2. A robot must obey any orders given to it by human beings, except when such orders would conflict with the first law. Rule 3. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second laws. Oh, yeah, I've heard of those before. That's just an ideal, though. You can work toward that, but I don't think you could ever actually achieve it. I mean, depending on how you program them, robots could do pretty much whatever you wanted to.
Yes, you're right. But I believe in them. In you. However you're programmed, I don't think you'd break any of the 3 laws. A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic. That's not you. You have a heart. You're a good person. It's in your eyes. Well, I guess I'm just kind of assuming you're a robot.
Are you hitting on me in like, retrospect?
There's still a chance you're not. We should run some tests.
Tests?
Yes.
How?
Well, the Atom should be able to tell us.
Oh yeah, the thing in the infirmary. I heard the crunch of dried leaves behind us. But when I turned, there was nothing. Who is it?
Is someone there?
Just me.
Oh, hi, Fi. She's calling me a robot. Fi?
Sorry, but can you guys come over here? I need you to see something.
Oh, good. It's the second bomb, isn't it? Luna and I looked at one another, shrugged, and stepped into the bushes.
Welcome.
What? How long have you been here?
I just got here a little while ago.
Did you hear what we were saying?
No. Were you talking about something you didn't want me to know about? Whatever. Just have a look at this.
I followed the line of her finger. Oh, goody! Shit! This is...
An antimatter bomb.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure someone didn't move it here from the crew quarters. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's an entirely different bomb. Look at the number on the side.
It says 1.
And the one in the crew quarters said 3, right? Then that must mean...
Shit. There's no question, huh?
I've got more good news. Just think about the numbers for a moment.
You're saying there's a 2 bomb out there somewhere?
I can't be sure, but it does seem pretty likely.
And no one went to the... What goddamn fucking... No one went to the... I was gonna say engine room. That's not right. I've forgotten the name of the room. Welp. Damn it. That means we're dealing with a combined explosive power equal to 3 tons of TNT now.
Yeah.
Who planted them?
Was it you guys? I mean, you've been in here quite a while.
Hey, don't give me that. You're way more suspicious than we are. What were you doing in the bushes anyway?
Well, I was taking a walk.
Taking a walk? You really think I'm gonna buy that?
Fine. You got me. I heard you two were off talking in secret. So I got curious and went back to the Floor A warehouse. Of course you weren't there. That seemed pretty suspicious to me, so I headed here. And just as I'd suspected, there you were, talking on the bench. I snuck up from behind so you wouldn't notice me. Then, just as I was getting close enough to hear, I found the bomb. So, believe me now?
Honestly, yes. So, who planted the bomb?
Honestly, it could have been any one of us. Anybody could have come here while we were all looking for Alice.
We need to tell everyone about this then.
Yeah, you're right. Let's head back to the infirmary. Everyone else was already there when we arrived. Clover and Tenmyoji, Kay and Dio, and of course Alice and Quark. Both seemed to be sleeping peacefully. You'd never think to look at them they'd been completely insane not long ago. Alright everybody, listen up. I told them how we'd found the number 1 bomb in the garden, and how, judging by the numbering on the 2 bombs we'd found so far, that there was probably a number 2 bomb out there somewhere too.
Oh, this is bad. What are we going to do?
Well, I think Alice mentioned something.
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate. You see it right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
So if we have the password, we can deactivate them?
Oh, whoa, hold on a second. That's great and all, but we need that password input device she was talking about.
Which we don't have in this timeline.
Without that, we're still boned even if we did have the password.
Because it's in the, control room.
Yeah. That's why I want all of you to let me search you.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. Chances are whoever planted those bombs is in this room. There's also a good chance they've also got the device we need to deactivate the bombs.
So you're planning to search us for it?
Exactly.
But...
No buts. If you refuse, then I'll assume it's because you've got it and you planted the bombs. Unless you want that, I suggest you cooperate. Clear? Good. Now who's going to be first?
I'll volunteer. Wait, oh, we're gonna end the same fucking way?
Huh?
You'll need to search one person.
What? Why?
Because I figured it out who did it. I know who did it. The words were out of my mouth before I'd even realized I was saying
How can
them.
you... There's no way.
Yeah. Met Fire's gaze and nodded, then turned away. I know who set the bombs. That person. You did it! The room was suddenly silent. And that's a to be continued. Because I still have no idea what the fuck is going on. So, now we're at 48 minutes. Yep, I need another one of these. And this is like bad ending McGee, so fuck it. We'll go and we'll betray and we'll see what happens. You know, I do this with a heavy heart, just so you're all aware.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed.
I'm probably just gonna get knocked out like last time.
Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Luna and I stepped out of the AB room. I could see the others filing out of their rooms as we did.
Why?
I didn't have an answer for her. All I could do was think about that light white liquid. What was it? Some kind of discharge? Blood? No, it couldn't be blood. Blood wasn't white. That was insane. I was lost in thought when Luna spoke.
I'm going to the infirmary.
Huh? Do you want to see the results?
Why? I already know what they're going to be.
Her usually warm personality seemed to have gone cold. Whether it was because I'd chosen betray or because she'd noticed that something was wrong with my body, I couldn't say.
Excuse me.
And with that, she was gone. I turned back to the projection. With heavy steps, I headed towards Kei, Dio, and Tenmyoji.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel way worse for Luna than I do about myself. Which is real bad because I'm starting to think it might be Luna that's doing this whole thing.
Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Ah, the pursuit of completing a game. How it makes you feel like a really shitty person.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What the hell?
Sigma has 9 BP?
Damn right, I'm leaving! Bye, guys!
See? I told you! The bastard's finally showing his true colors.
Yeah, white, apparently.
What the hell are you doing? Clover isn't even voting.
I have misjudged you. I never thought you would do something so cowardly.
There was nothing I could say. I had chosen betrayal of my own violation. But had I really? Had I really pressed that button of my own free— Oh, don't fucking pull this bullshit. I got enough of this out of the Doki Doki Literature Club. The more I thought about it, the more I felt as if some other force had guided my hand to the button. Perhaps it had been fear. I was scared by the white fluid that appeared on my palm. Maybe that had been the tipping point, and I had decided that I need to escape as soon as possible. Damn the consequences. If I got out, then the nightmare would be over. That's all it was, right? A nightmare. It couldn't be real. White blood was insane, impossible. That was when I looked up and saw the others staring at my hand. Shit. I quickly put my hand behind my back, but it was already too late. They moved toward me like wolves closing in for the kill.
Sigma? What was that?
He was cut. It must have been blood.
But why was it white?
Isn't that obvious? He's not human.
Not human.
No! What are you saying? Of course I'm human! I'm 100% human!
Then explain that white stuff.
Well, I swear to God, I have no idea what it is. You have to believe me.
I'm afraid you're not being very convincing.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you're one to talk. We can't even see you. You can be a robot. Maybe that's not even a suit. That's just you. Robot you.
No, that seems extremely unlikely. However bad my amnesia might be, I am quite sure of my humanity.
What, you think I'm not?
I am, without a doubt, not a robot.
They probably program you just to think that way.
Alright, it's pretty obvious this guy's dangerous and probably unhinged. We should take him down.
Oh, good.
I agree.
Looks like there's no other way. Now that he's got 9 BP from stabbing Clover in the back, there's a good chance he'll try and get out of here by himself.
Hey, hold on a minute. Let's not do anything rash. I didn't have a choice. I spun around and ran for the number 9 door.
No, I don't think so!
Shit! Let go! Let go of me! I was no match for all 3 of them. Before I could take 2 steps, I was on the floor, pinned. The desperation was only getting stronger, however, and I writhed and twisted in a futile attempt to get free. God damn it, you have to let me go! This is all some kind of mistake. A misunderstanding. It's a conspiracy!
So, there's a conspiracy to turn your blood white? You're a funny guy.
I mean, I've heard of
Stop
weirder
trying to
shit.
get away. It's over.
Shit! Get off me! Let me go!
If you won't calm down, then you leave me no choice. I'd hoped we could avoid this. Try not to struggle too much.
No! Don't! That's the sound of my neck being fucking broken or something. I'm pretty sure Cage just asphyxiated me. I'm dead. The first thing I felt when I woke was the hard pain of a bruise all the way across my neck. Kay must have suffocated me. My head felt like it had been stuffed with a cotton, and I had to put my hand out to steady myself as I stood up. Where am I? Is this the infirmary? How long had I been out? My foot bumped into something, and I looked down to see the injection gun. A glass vial laid Sopril was still attached to it. The anesthetic. After choking me, they made sure I wasn't getting up in the near future. That meant I could have been asleep for a long time. Where is everyone? I glanced around the room. It was empty, except for me. It took me a moment to realize what was especially odd about that. Even Quark and Alice had disappeared. What the hell's going on? That was when I noticed it. Quark and Alice weren't the only things that had disappeared. Two other very important things were also gone. My bracelet and my left hand. Why? I mean, for a long moment I just stared, dumbstruck. What was I seeing couldn't possibly be real. That was a sentence, shut up. There it was, a smooth cross-section of my arm where my hand should have been. A thick white liquid dripped slowly from the stump. What is this? Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I'm gonna copy-paste my old one in. A scream clawed its way out of my body, taking my mind with it. Then after that, nothing. Game over. Because of course I had to fuck up. Anytime I look like I'm about to escape, it's just game over for me. Although I didn't honestly think I'd lose my hand. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this episode of Virtue's Last Reward. I might have to start a new tree next time by the looks of this. I had to go a completely different route until I find some way to open these paths. Anyway, thank you guys, as I've said, thank you for watching this episode of Virtue's Last Reward. If you liked the video in any capacity, give the video a like down below, leave a comment on, I don't know. I always say leave comments, but you always come up with interesting ones. Why do they feel the need to steal my hand? That's a good question. Anyway, other than that, if you like this video and want to keep up to date with the rest of the series, or Kingdom Hearts, which is now back, or Corpse Party, or literally anything else I decide to upload in the near future, consider subscribing to the channel. YouTube, in theory, is supposed to let you know when new videos come out. I always say in theory because I'm not defending it anymore. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I've been Nyx, and I will see you guys next time. Laters!